Cool, it's recording. Hi everyone, sorry I was late. My camera and this computer no estaba trabajando. So this mid-month call basically is to recap the beginning of the month that has been amazing. And then sort of like a reboot. So from today till let's say the 30th, we have 31 days in this month, but we're gonna count with 30. Where if you were slacking on hitting your new rank, this is the time to pick up the pace. If you definitely re-ranked by now, you are heading on a great end goal, because now you have 15 days to work on the next rank. So that's the goal for everyone, that by the 15th, definitely everyone should be re-ranked. And then if you are behind, guys, you still got 15 days. You can do it. Anyone can do it. What I wanted to look at first is, obviously everybody got our nice bonus check yesterday. And I want you to reflect on what that amount was and what it was for you. So rewind a little bit to yesterday and think about, like, what was that feeling when you saw whatever that number was, and then what were you able to do with that check? To many, and I love that everyone shared it in the chat yesterday, like what it meant to them. But for those that missed it, or you just joined, or you even joined today or yesterday, everyone had the different reasons what they use with their check. Obviously, there's people that are furloughed, or there's people that are working, or there's people that are staying at home. So everyone has a different journey. For me, it meant a lot. I've been off from my full-time job for 2 months. So the fact that I have this income has been able to actually put me debt free. But I want everyone to reflect how great that check was and how the good feeling it was. And with that in mind, I want you to think, whatever you did last month that got you that check yesterday. Oh, just viendo el chat. The chat always me desenfoca. Whatever it was that you guys did last month that made your check look like it did yesterday, that is what you should be doing for the next 15 days. Now, if your check was too low that you're like, man, it could have been a little bit more, then reflect on what you did last month and say, whatever I did that obviously did not work for me, because the check could have been bigger and it wasn't. So definitely work on the next 15 days. Whatever you didn't do last month, focus on that change. Whether it was showing up more for team calls, or hosting more potentials, or joining more potentials. So now you are able to talk to people and be more comfortable, or watching more training videos in Shampoo Mafia. Whatever you did not do last month, change it. Because obviously, if you feel that you were meant for more and you didn't hit your goal, you have another 15 days to obtain that. Now, for people that just joined the business, 15 days is a whole lot of days for you guys to hit that first rank, and even double rank. MMP, people hit it in 72 hours. So definitely, which is the first rank, definitely obtainable. And the fact that you have 15 days to hit the second rank, even better. You have more than enough days. So if you just joined, know that you're still off to a good start. You have a lot of days left in the month to hit your goals.
One thing that I wanted to say on that note, so guys, this company, like this type of business, one of the best things is that there's no timeline. Someone can take 6 months to do something, and then another person can do it in 2 weeks. So we should never compare ourselves, because everyone's journey is different. We all live different lives. We all have different skills, and we all have like a different time to do our things. But that doesn't mean that you have to think, oh, Samantha did MM in 3 months, so I have to do it in 3 months, or I have to do it in less time. It doesn't matter. Everyone can do things. Like, we have seen, like, a girl that I signed last month, she did MMB in 2 weeks. For me, that was amazing. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it, but it does mean that it's possible. And that's the way that I want us to see things. When you see someone that got into the $1 Million Club in a year, or that got to director in 6 months, don't be like jealous, or don't be like, oh, why did she get that? Just think, that's possible for me too. I just have to put in the work. I have to put in the effort. I have to put in the time. That's all. Mindset is everything. So if you, thank you. So if you think about things that way, it's going to work out for the better for you. And then on that end, what Sam was saying, we have to think about last month. So our bonus this yesterday, that was for our work last month. So we have to think now, what did I do that was good, so that you can do more of that. And then also, we also have to think, because it meant a lot of work. And for some of us, we had like, it was not something that we got it like by the 15th. For some of us, we got to our rank the 20th, the 25th, the last day of the month, whatever that was. So think about it and say, okay, this is something that I was missing. I was missing more volume, or I was missing a line, or someone needed to be at MMB and they weren't. Like, those are the things that you have to focus on now and be like, okay, so if that's where I was lacking last month, if this is what took longer for me to get there, so I'm going to focus on that now. If you haven't yet, because it's still mid-month, so we still have time for that, but you have to really like, we have to study what we're going through and then be like, okay, so this is where I'm going to focus. This is what I'm going to target. This is what I'm going to do more of, or this is what I'm going to do less of. But if you think about it that way, because we have to take this serious, guys. If you want to make 20K paychecks or 50 or 100, whatever that is, you have to take this seriously. You have to take it as a job. So you have to really study. And I'm saying this, like, for me, let's say, I had the volume, I had everything I needed, my last MM. So I need to work really close to her now because I need her to get her things together like fast. So that's what, sorry. So this is where you have to go now. You have to be like, this is the rank that I want to be at, and this is where I'm at right now, or this is how close I was last month, or this is how I got there. But you have to study it and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And if you need help from your upline, we're always here to help you guys. If you need more one-on-one calls, if you need more team calls with just your direct downline, those are things that we can do. If you need to do, like for me, it worked really good, like to do a separate chat for people that were going for MMB. So people that are going for the same rank, when they're together, they inspire each other and they're like, oh, I'm close, I'm here, I'm there. And it makes them go faster and go like more excited about it. So there's a million ways to go for things. You can always talk to us, but you have to like, we can look at your numbers and be like, okay, so this is where you're at. I feel that you should focus on this, but you should be able to do this yourself and be like, okay, I need help with this. I'm going to focus on this. But just know that anything in this business is possible. We are mid-month, but 15 days can mean a whole lot of things. But you have to put in the effort. You have to be willing to study it and be like, okay, this is where I'm going and this is what I'm going to do to get there. Sorry, Sam, you can keep
going. Oh, that's great. So with that mindset, remembering the first day of the month when we had our first team call, the whole theme was let's work together. So definitely when you get off the call, write down the rank that you're going for if you have not written it out yet. And write down what is it that you're missing and reach down to your downline and say, hey, I'm counting on you to hit this rank. Let's work together. Tell me how I can help you. And then hit up your upline. We're here to help you guys. Don't never think like you're bothering us. Like, this is why you signed up with us, so we can guide you and help you. So Nicole said, I was gonna call you Janeski because I was on the potential call an hour ago. Like she said, like if you need more potential calls, let us know, or onboarding, whatever it is. Don't stay quiet thinking like, oh, I don't want to bother her, she's busy. No, like hit us up. I know this whole week I had one-on-one calls with my level ones, and the most requested question were, how do I get VIPs? Like, what am I doing? And then how am I getting market partners? And I feel like I'll share that here. And if you guys want to take notes, go ahead, because, if everyone asks for it, maybe then it means that everyone needs help. So the way I've been doing VIPs recently is, so I reach out to the people that have left me on red. I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, I've noticed you haven't placed your order. I'm willing to do you a favor and hook you up with my discount. What you're doing there, you're telling that person, like, it's not about me. I'm actually going to do you a favor by giving you my discount. You guys know it's not your discount. It's Purchase Plus. Remember, Purchase Plus, the more you buy, the more you save. You cannot explain that to a person that doesn't understand the business because you're just going to lose them. Just let them know, I can hook you up with 40% off. How do you get to that 40% bracket? You add a shampoo, a conditioner, a hair mask, and a styling product. With those four, it sums you and it brings you into that 25%. They're already getting 15%. It's a matter of getting them to the Purchase Plus 25%. Then now they're saving 40% off. When you
can you repeat that again? What are the four products?
So a shampoo, a conditioner, a hair mask, and a styling product. That will bring it into that 25% bracket. So when you're doing that, you're making it more about the person. Like, let me help you. If it was, you know, you couldn't financially get the products, now I'm going to help you with an additional discount, because it makes sense to them. Oh, it's not about her trying to make money. At this point, she's actually helping me. We're not lying. We're actually hooking them up with 40% off. We're just not explaining the purchase plus and my discount, because that's too much info for a person that doesn't even know how we work. That's how I've been doing VIPs. Another thing that sells deals are voice notes. I stopped messaging, like writing, typing it out, forget that. Voice notes all the way. For one, it's more time efficient, because I can actually talk faster than I can type with my fingers. So voice notes sells the deal. And when you send a voice note, there's a big difference when you're like, yeah, you know, I can hook you up with the discount. You're not happy, you're not motivated. So someone is having a bad day, you just made their day even worse. You need to give them something, excitement. So you can say, hey, you know, girl, I saw that you haven't placed your order. You kind of need to sound like a high pitch excited about these products. Obviously you guys are, but you want to be a pro to this person's life. You don't know what they're going through, versus you're draining them with your momentum of it being so down and low. Always remember this, guys. You are not bothering anyone. If anything, you're doing a disservice for the people you're not telling them about the products. We all know how amazing these products are, right? But they don't. So the minute you start to feel like I'm reaching out to someone, I don't want to bother you, don't even ever tell that person, I don't want to bother you, because you're not bothering. You're actually bothering the person when you don't tell them about the business opportunity. Everyone, hello, we got an amazing check yesterday. It would be a disservice for me not to tell someone that's unemployed that you can make money with this business. So for one, never feel like you're bothering someone. So voice notes close the deals for me. The fact that I'm hooking them up with a discount closes the deal for me. Someone says something?
So sorry, you have somebody waiting? Or no, they're saying that they're waiting to go into the meeting.
No, but I took off the password. There's no.
That's okay. Sorry, friend.
But even without passwords now, sometimes you have to like kind of let people in. It happened to me when I try to go in here now.
No, it's not saying, because I know it'll say like waiting to be approved.
Yeah.
It's nowhere screen. So that has been the way I've been doing VIPs. Market partner, game changer for me. On Monday, I had a one-on-one potential call. Usually when I have a potential call, if it's in a group, it kind of makes it hard. But if you're doing one-on-one potential call, I would like vomit the opportunity and vomit, you know, like the income, the cars, the trips, the time freedom, the time with my daughter. At the end of the day, you're saying too much that now you're making this opportunity seem like this is a scam. This can't be true. There's a trick to that. Like, no. What you need to start doing, which is what I did on Monday, and that completely changed my entire perspective of how to introduce the business opportunity, is listen to that person. Ask them, why are you interested in knowing? What are you interested in knowing? And talk to me about your life. When I asked that person that, I think gosh, I asked her that because she started telling me about everything that's going on for her, that if I would have told her about the car, that would have not sold the deal. If I told her about the trips, that would have not sold her the deal. What she needed was an income. And aside from an income, a community. You know, it's gonna happen. She's gonna lose her husband. And I'm telling you guys so you guys can get a perspective. What is she gonna need? She's in Florida by herself and she's gonna lose her husband. She's gonna need a community of friends. And all of us here, all in different states, we're a family. So what can Monét provide to her? An income, which is what she needs. She's furloughed and her husband's disability can't afford, you know, it's too much for Medicaid. So an income, and she needs a community. And that's how I presented Monét to her. I didn't even mention the cars, how much I made in X amount of months. No, I cater the business to her. So if you guys have people that have not closed the deal, think about their situation and then provide the opportunity to them. We all know how amazing this company is and we all know how much money we can make. But to a person, when you tell them all of that, they're gonna be like, so what's the trick? Where's the scam? You're setting me up. So that's how I've been actually trying to get market partners, where I'm actually listening out and I'm trying to figure out like, why are you interested in this business opportunity? That's what I've been doing with market partners. What else? Another thing with market partners, there's a lot of people on the fence because they're like, well, I have just enough amount of money right now and I can't buy the product kits right now. I'll think about it later. What you need to do is this, and I will literally go straight to Dominican wise and I'll say this: get your product kit. If you don't like it at all, Or if you want to stay with the products, take the entire shampoo and conditioner product, put it in another bottle, grab the money and ship that back to Miami, and they'll give you a full refund. You just got free products for an entire month. Granted, if you're trying to join again, you're gonna have to wait. But that's how the
That's
30-day
why I
money back.
didn't get that.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, that's how the 30-day money back guarantee works. Because I can tell someone like, you can return this in 30 days. They won't believe you. And I literally tell that. I told one of them because she wants the oil. And I was like, take the whole oil, put it in another bottle. And if in 2 weeks you're not seeing a difference, ship it back, you get your money back. And now you have oils for however long that lasts. That's you telling the person, like, I don't fear that you're going to return the products because you will get your money back. That gives them a comfort to say, like, oh, man, if she's saying that, then that means I will get my money back. So then what do I have to lose? And then another thing that I did with a market partner, when they say that they're tight with funds, I break it down for them. So with the one on Monday, she's going to get the $199 product kit. And her concern is, what do I need to do to make that back? So now it's not a burden. I actually made the money back. And if later on I decide to make it an income, then I'm set. I broke it down for her. I explained a block. I didn't explain what a block is. I said, bring one person in the business. She can sign up at $199. That's going to give you $50. Bring in 4 VIPs. That's going to give you $80 because we're getting $20 per VIP. But that right there completes a block. She's going to get, and I wrote it down, $150. That one block, she just made $256 with the $199 product kit. So sometimes we need to break it down for these people and not give them too much, but something like that basic. So in her head, she's like, well, you know, I don't have $200 to spend, but now if I walk into this business, all I need is 4 people to use the products, and maybe I can get my sister to run the business. I just made my money back. I have nothing to lose. That works because now you're actually giving them a task, and then they'll start to think, I can get this person, and okay, I'll join because I can actually, these are my secure people that I'm going to make my money back, and then I'll figure out if I run with the business. Those are the tricks that I've been using. There's no scam behind it. It's logic and it works. That I've been sharing with my direct one-on-one this past week. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I wasn't intending.
There is questions there. You want me to read it or?
Yeah, sure, because you probably know which one, who put it.
Well, Vanessa, sorry, V. What if you already offer them that discount to begin with and they don't purchase at that time? How will you word it when you reach out to them again? I always aim to sell the VIP and explain the discount at the same time, at that time.
So
good one, Vanessa.
So to me, it depends on the type of relationship you have with the person. So let me just mute. It depends. So I have a person, I've been reaching out to her to get her into the business. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, what I do is I monitor her story. Granted, we're busy. But whenever you guys get on Instagram, guys, skip everyone that's doing Monat. You already know about Monat. Why are you watching people's Monat? Unless you're looking for something like, I don't know what to post. Let me see what this one posts so I can copy it. Stop watching Monat stories. Skip it. And go through the people that are not doing Monat and check in with them. Like their story. Comment their story. You saw a picture frame in their hallway. Oh, I like that picture frame. Start messaging these people because what you're doing is you're starting a relationship, but you're also filtering their Instagram because now they're going to start going to see your story on top because you just messaged them. So start skipping Monat people. What I did with this girl was a few days ago, she posted products of her daughter. She bought milk and honey, some products for kids. I asked her, simple question, how are you liking that? She's like, oh, I love it. It's leaving her hair hydrated. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Nice. I didn't write anything else. 2 days later, she writes and she posts something saying, I'm bored. I hit her up with, I don't know why you're bored because I got a business for you. You obviously, and this is how I catered it to her. I was like, you obviously have potential. You just posted 2 days ago, milk and honey. You just sent all your followers to go buy products for the kids and you got nothing for it. So you're bored because you want to. I messaged that to her because she's my stepsister, but I have that like relationship that they'll tell her. Then again, mom says I don't have hair on my tongue, that I'll just talk however it is. But that's what I'm trying to say, like skip Monat people. You don't need to be watching nothing Monat. And look at your followers, check in on them. What are they doing? Who has a kid? And don't always throw the business opportunity. Like her, I just asked her about the kids. I don't really care about milk and honey because I know what we offer is better than milk and honey. But I'm not gonna tell her that. I'm just gonna ask, like, give me your feedback. And then look, 2 days later, I'm bored. All right, I got a business opportunity. And sometimes, guys, you got to set your pride aside and you need to continue. I have my cousin and friend Leslie. I told her the story because it's her cousin. She's going to kill me. Like, I literally message her and I'm like, girl, when are you buying the products? And she's like, hi, I'm going to kill you, Sam. You're always bothering me with these products. I'm like, it's not about me because I have a full-time job. You got to make it show people that you don't really need this. I mean, I don't really need this. I have my full-time job. But I messaged her. I was like, it's not about me making an income from you because I'm not going to make much. It's because your curls will do an amazing like outcome with using these products. I know with curly hair, you put so much product, it becomes buildup and your curls get heavy. And I told her that. I was like, just give money a try. You have nothing to lose. Use it 2 weeks, send it back. And if you like it, then you just keep it. So sometimes you got to break it down to people, let them know like it's not benefiting me. It's me literally showing you something that's going to work for your hair. But that's how I do it. Like, you need to check up on people and build a relationship. Some people, you got to put them on the spot and be like, hey, when are you going to buy? Are you going to buy? And then there's a lot of people that get, oh, next Friday I'll buy, check in with me. And then next Friday comes and then they don't buy. You know what I tell them? I tell them, okay, I'm going to take you off my list. In Buta, I don't have any lists. I memorize who I speak to, but I tell them, I'm going to take you off my list. And when you're ready to buy, then just hit me up. People don't like to be taken off a list. They don't even know what list you're talking about, but they want to be in that list. So the minute you tell someone, I'm going to take you off my list and let me know when you're ready, in their head, they're like, oh man, I want to be in that list. What list are you talking about? That will get them to buy because it's happened before. Because they're like, okay, wait, I'm going to buy. Give me a second. Give me the next day. Okay, so you hit me up because I'm not going to go after you. So you just got to kind of work your way around conversations and sometimes be direct. And who knows, sometimes you're so direct with the person that now you're just, it breaks the ice and now you're just talking to that person. And there's an influencer, I'm after her and we're buying the same clothing product. And she's like, she bought X, Y, and Z and she was going to stop shopping because she needs to save. I was like, wait, before you start saving, can you buy my skincare products? And she laughed. She didn't buy, but I'm building a relationship with an influencer that has like 5,000 followers. Eventually, she is going to buy. But little things like that, you got to stop being shy, put your pride off to the side, and just hit up people and say whatever it is that you're saying. What is the most that they're going to say? No, they don't sign your paycheck. Just move on to the next person and ask the next person. They'll come around. What was the next question?
Next question, it's a good one. When they tell you a lot of people are selling them, I can answer that if anything.
I'm here, I'm just closing the door.
When they tell you a lot of people are selling them.
Well, what does that mean? What do you mean?
That means that okay, you want to say it, Giselle Arlette?
When you try to make them market partner and they come up to you, I know, hay mucha gente vendiendo eso, yo no quiero hacer eso. Like, how do you get out of that hole?
I would actually say, well, what does that mean? I don't understand. If a lot of people are doing it, then that means obviously there's something good in there that everyone is doing it. There's an income to be made. I would actually ask them, like, so why aren't you making it? Why aren't you doing it?
That's a good one. I would
Sometimes
also
flip it around.
I would also what you were gonna say? I would also say, let's say, where would Kim Kardashian be? Where would Rihanna be if she wouldn't have done that Fenty line? Where will Kim Kardashian be? She made like how many $1 million doing the skin collection? Where would anybody be if they're like, oh, this person is doing it, let me not do it? No, I'm gonna do it too. There's opportunity for you, like there's opportunity for the other person to sell the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you need to answer back with the question. Don't be scared because, again, what's the most you're going to get is a no. Janeski asked today, someone asked him, is this an MLM? I told Janeski, pregúntale, ask him what is an MLM. Huh?
No, first time they asked me that.
I was like, ask them. Don't say yes.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one. But I think she read when I wrote the fucking yes, man, because then she left me on red and she was going back and forth with me. But for next time, I know.
So when someone says, is this an MLM? Why are you going to say yes? Do you know what they're thinking? Do you know what they think is an MLM? No. Pregúntale. Ask them, what do you think is an MLM? And when they tell you to them, an MLM is a pyramid scheme, now you tell them, no, then we're not an MLM. Are we? We are, but not according to what they think an MLM is. So sometimes you gotta ask back questions like, what is it that you're thinking? And that's what I told Janeski. Ask her what she thinks an MLM is, because she's gonna say a pyramid scheme. And then if you wanna get a little bit more frisky, ask her what a pyramid scheme is, because they don't know. They just know, oh, I can't join that, but they don't know it's illegal. That's why you should not be joining a pyramid scheme. So sometimes hit them back with a question, because at the end of the day, you're just clearing up their doubts. If you just say yes, you just shut that down. For what? When the answer was no.
Keep the question coming. I'm loving it. When a person reach out to you because they are interested in the products, what do you say? You did one or send a quiz and take it from there?
If they're interested in the product, I send them the hair quiz. I send them the hair or the skin quiz right away. If they're interested, they're already interested. The worst part is trying to convince someone to get interested. So the fact that they're interested, just go straight. Give them the hair quiz and then recommend the product. And I'm gonna actually jump on Janeski's last call. You recommend everything that's gonna work for their hair. And don't do just 3 products. If they have frizz, you know, obviously they need shampoo and conditioner, but you better put a hair mask, the replenish mask, you better put the oil, because that's gonna work for them. The blowout cream, if they need that, or the thermal cream, you add everything you can. Because another thing that I learned from one of the other calls, when you add, let's say 7 products, again, you're in Purchase Plus, they got 40% off. First off, you don't give them the VIP price. You'll tell them retail. Retail price, this is $400. But with my discount, it's $267. They're gonna say, wow, $267 is a lot. Take out the cream, take out the oil. It's only like a $20, $30 difference because of the 40% off. So now when you start eliminating, they don't see that big of a difference. You know what they're gonna say? Okay, put it back. That's not that big of a difference. And you just made a $300 order in a matter of what, seconds, because you added everything that they needed, and because they tried to take some out and was like, no, it's not worth it. Just put it back in. Now they just ordered everything. So give it all, como dice Janeski. Give them all. Dale todo.
Give it all, give it all, give it all.
There you go. Was there any more questions? Sam is the best. Stop it, guys. I'm just literally learning and sharing what I've learned. But thank you. Nicole.
And we also don't want to put a limit to somebody's pocket. We don't want to think that we can assume. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We also don't want to put a limit in somebody's pocket. We have no idea what anybody's financial situation is. So to us, we may think that they don't have the money to afford it, but they do. There's people that have shocked me that I'm like, oh, you're going to buy all of it? All right, perfectly fine. And you want to be able to, you know, offer them all of the products, and we can make decisions and sometimes make custom packages that they can afford, but they'll fall in love and they'll want to come back for more. But we never want to assume that we know somebody's budget, because we don't know their budget and we don't know how much they're willing to spend. So we give them all. And then when we remove certain things, it also makes them trust us. It makes them like, okay, she cares for me. If I can't afford it all, she's still gonna create something that's gonna work for me. And then in the future, she'll be able to purchase more.
Yeah, and then another way to add on to that. So let's say you already know your product kits. You know what shampoo comes at least in the $199 and what comes in the $349. If you're already recommending similar items that are in that product kit, say, listen, retail price is gonna be this amount, but if you get the product kit, you don't have to sell. You can get the product kit and you're gonna get a whole lot more products for your money, and you give them what the product kit box is. And now they can see the big comparison, because obviously it's a huge discount. But if they're already getting the oil, the Revive and the Revitalize, that's already the $199 product kit. The oil by itself is $100. So $99 and they're gonna get everything that comes in it, might as well tell them, hey, get the product kit. You're gonna save more money. And now you have a market partner. And maybe she won't sell today, but when people start asking her months later, what have you used? Watch her get active and start selling. Who has the answers?
Somebody's asking who has the answers to the hair quiz and skincare quizzes? Laugh out loud. How do you know which products to recommend for each?
So there's training videos on Shampoo Mafia under units. I forgot which unit tab. And then for the Spanish speaker is Mo Mundial, Facebook. Greta is amazing. The person that I learned the products from has been from Greta. Greta's Cuban in Miami. She's been in the business for a very long time. And she breaks down even the ingredients and who gets what. From there, which is where I learned it, I created my PDF file. Most of you guys are using a PDF that I've created from Greta, because Greta's the one that broke it down. But you guys are more than welcome to go on Shampoo Mafia and then see other videos of people breaking down the products. I also did a video that's also recorded on the products. As you're joining people, bringing people in the business, guys, it is your responsibility to teach these new market partners. This is not, I'm gonna bring people and I'm gonna let my upline answer these hair quiz. No, it's everyone's responsibility to become familiar with the hair products, the skin products, who gets what. Granted, you just started the business, you're not comfortable, I need help, totally fine, we're here to help you. But you cannot bring people into the business blind and just blind everyone else like in the business, because that's not what a leader is. You're required to learn and get familiar with it. It's gonna take you a bit, you're not by yourself, but don't not look at the product, kids. Do not look at the PDF file. Do not get familiar, like that's not the way that we're supposed to be running this business. So who has the answer? It's supposed to be your mentor. And who has the answer for your mentor is the mentor and the mentor and the mentor. So that's how we're supposed to work together as a team. If one of you guys use the product and you're like, well, I have this type of hair and that product didn't work. We had a call with Jazz. Jazz has coarse hair. I was so quick in recommending the Super Nourish because I'm like, Super Nourish, that's dry hair, is coarse, she's gonna need Super Nourish. And Jazz was like, no, Super Nourish doesn't work for our type of hair. We need Renew shampoo. So if you're using a product and you're like, you know what, that kind of doesn't go with the PDF, throw that feedback in. It's only gonna help us, don't keep it quiet, and it's gonna help each other in the team to learn more about the products.
That's why it's so good not only to study the PDF, but to talk about it with your mentor, with your team, because there are things that we read it and in theory they should work, but we have seen different results with different people. So we say it, we're like, well, it should be for this, but we have seen that it's better for this type of hair. Or we see that for someone that is starting, it's the first time that they buy, these are the products that are gonna work the best for someone that's just starting with Monat.
Yeah.
And also, as you're receiving the quizzes, you need to pay attention to that, because we reply, and sometimes that's how I personally learned. That's what Karen had told me. As you're receiving the quizzes, you're seeing how people are responding, because sometimes you just reply, but sometimes you explain, okay, Renew shampoo is for dry, and smoothing is for frizz, etc., etc. As you're paying attention to the quizzes, also you're able to learn.
Yeah, so the recommendation.
They're saying, who's Albania's mentor?
Albania, who's your upline? Wendy Reyes. ¿Quién es Wendy Reyes? Because I have a Wendy, but she's Perez.
I don't know who Wendy Reyes is.
Let me write. Give me a second. So what I'm gonna do
that's
is
Heidi's.
Samantha, I'll take care of it. That's Katie's downline. One of Katie's downline.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So she can have her hair quiz.
Yeah. Well,
hair quiz. I started with Monkey Survey. Monkey Survey is free. You can create your hair quiz from there. But looking at all these SCDs, you obviously, and SCD is the top of the rank. You obviously want to kind of copy what they're doing in the sense that what's working for them got them there for a reason. So I switched from Monkey Survey and now I use Google Form. It looks more professional, it's neater, it's more organized looking. You're more than welcome to use whatever it is that works for you guys. So that's where you would get the hair quiz. But Kayla, tú dijiste you'll take care of it, right? Okay, cool. I think then that's it for the questions. This call was supposed to be shorter, but I'm liking all these questions so we can get to work, ladies. Nicole, you have anything before we end the call? Nicole? You got something? So we can see or no? You do?
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. Sorry. Wait, I think someone else said something. I personally don't like replenishment. What? Replenish mask is the best. Are you using conditioner after you use the mask?
Sí. No me funciona.
La cosa con replenish mask, it's not so the difference between the replenish mask, it's not a quick fix where you'll witness and feel the difference afterwards. It's a growth. So the replenish mask has plant protein. So it's gonna take a bit for your hair to strengthen up and to remove frizz. I used the replenish mask for a whole month, and it wasn't up until the end of the month that I started to see less frizz on my hair.
Yeah.
Where you use the super moisture mask, you'll feel the super moisture mask. It'll give you your hair is silky and it's more hydrated. So the replenish mask is not like a treatment that you're gonna witness right away, as opposed to the super moisture
But you
mask.
see, it's different, Sam, because my hair was super damaged and I used it only once, and I could tell like a night and day difference after that mask.
Me too. I used it today after my wash.
Look at that shine.
1 month.
Nice.
So the mask is the best for me.
Yeah.
And then the blowout cream, because a lot of people just make a mountain. The blowout cream, you only literally need a pea-size amount, meaning like a bean size amount.
Yeah.
If you're I had a VIP of mine, I saw her do a story, and she made a mountain of the blowout cream. I'm like, dude, your hair tomorrow is gonna be so greasy, it's gonna be disgusting. So for all you ladies that don't like the blowout cream, you're probably putting too much, and that's why you don't like it, because the blowout cream is pretty good, but you need to put a lot less. And if you have thin hair, one of the girls that I'm following on Instagram, she mentions that if your hair is very, very thin, stick to the Restore Leave-In Conditioner, because the blowout cream can be a little heavy for very thin hair. So maybe your hair is really thin. I'm not too sure, but just play around. Just use less, because I know for the blowout cream you need a little.
Same, Sashi.
Huh? The blowout cream is my right hand.
Sashi.
Oh. Okay, yeah. That's it.
Okay, so to wrap this up, guys, one last thing. So it's been found that the only reason, oh my God. Sorry, I got a call. So I'm sorry. The only reason that people don't set big goals is because there's a little doubt in their mind that they can do it. That's the only reason. So let's just, all of us, let's say there are no doubts. We can do whatever we want and we can make it. And let's just set, oh my God, my mom's crazy. And let's just set big goals. Let's just go for them. Because the bigger the goal, the bigger the effort, and the bigger the effort, the bigger your checks are gonna be, and the closer you're gonna get to that goal. Don't be afraid to say, I'm gonna be a director this month, because so what if you don't get to it? You're gonna be a lot closer to it next month than you were if you were just like, oh, I'm just gonna stay at MMN. And that's just making an example on ranks. It doesn't matter what rank it is that you're going for, but let's set big goals. And the same thing goes for your checks. Let's be grateful. Let's be thankful. Let's say, oh my God, thank you, God, that I was able to make this income from home, whatever your check amount was, but always be hungry. Always know that there's people at your same rank making 10, 20 times as more. So you can have that too. So big goals for bigger efforts, and it's just gonna go hand in hand. If you say, I'm gonna try to get that 30K this month, you might not get there. You might get 20, 22, 25, but then next month it's gonna be so much easier to get there. And for 22 or 25, and your check is gonna look, for sure, it's gonna look different for you as well. So please, I don't want anyone thinking that they can do something and not being able to say, I'm going for that rank. Because who cares if you don't get there? Let's just put in the effort. Let's try to get there and just think about that. The bigger the goal, the bigger the effort, the bigger your check is gonna be. And let's just think about that. And I'm like, it's the same. Like, it doesn't matter how big my check is. I'm always hungry for more. I'm always thinking to myself, well, at this rank, a lot of people are making a lot more money, so that can be me too. I don't care if I stay at the same rank, but I'm at least going for more money next month. So let's always think of that. And I know we're always talking about, it's just about helping more people, impacting more lives, impacting more people's financial situation, hair, skin, whatever that is. But let's just go for that. And I'm gonna wrap it up because this was supposed to be super short. Have a good night, guys.
Felicia asked one question, and then Stephanie. On Monday at, I think it's 8, it's on Zoom. So go into the calendar and say yes that you're going. On Monday, I'm gonna host a call with a sideline, Ashley, a mom of a toddler, and basically is more catering it to moms. How is it that we work the business? Because to answer Felicia, your question, I don't have a set amount. And there's a lot of girls that are on here and they're like, message 30 people a day. I'm gonna be honest on that call. I don't message 30 people a day. It's unrealistic for me as a mom. I've done 5 people on, I think like 3 days ago, and that took me 2 hours to talk to 5 people. But that's a call for Monday that I'm gonna be able to talk about, so you guys can definitely join for that. My recommendation is give yourself realistic goals. If you can't reach 30 people, don't overwhelm yourself. Reach out to how many you can. I told my sister this the other day. I'd rather reach out to 5 people and get a response and close deals than reach to 30 and only 2 respond. Like, to me is a waste of time. But this is how I've been running the business. I'll definitely talk about it more on Mondays, catering to moms and how we're doing it with toddlers. But Felicia, there's no set number. It's what you can give yourself to do it. You say I can do 30 people, go for it.
Be realistic, but also make it a little challenging for yourself. Don't be like, oh, I only talk to one person every day, I'm just gonna make it a one person. No, be a little, like, if you only talk to one person on the normal, make it 3 persons then. Like, try to be realistic, but also challenge yourself to be growing and commit to it, guys. That's the thing about this business. We have to have discipline. You have to be able to say, I'm gonna talk to 5 people and do it. And be like, I'm not going to bed. Doesn't matter how tired, doesn't matter if I'm drunk, doesn't matter whatever it is, but I am doing it. Because we need discipline in this business, because no one is going to be on top of you saying, did you message those 5 people? Like, one day I can, if I'm your mentor, I might be like, hey, are you messaging those people today or yesterday or whatever? But I can't be doing that every day. So we need to be disciplined and we need to commit.
Perfect. So thank you, ladies, for the feedback. I do have, so I watched a video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably saw it. It was basically somebody explaining what a pyramid scheme was, this, that, and the third. And there was a lot of people under her comments that were saying that, oh, I haven't spoken to these girls in years, and then they hit me up out of nowhere. And then they kind of started like ganging up on it, like that it was weird, you know. And I could only imagine with everybody getting into Monet, that's probably a lot of people's kind of approach to it, is to just, you know, hit up a bunch of people. So I guess, is that kind of, do you guys hit up only people you know, or do you personalize it when it comes to messaging and kind of inquiring about getting Monet into their you know, their spectrum?
So I feel like everyone does it differently. Definitely get your list where you have your hot, warm, and cold market. Your go-tos should be hot when you first start, because obviously those are the people that are going to say yes right away. Hot meaning like people you trust. I don't cold message, but that's me because I have not learned yet how to cold message. But there are a lot of people that have cold message. We have a lot of sidelines that have cold message their market partners, and they're like directors now with the cold message. So I feel like it's up to you to know what your mindset can get, because there's a lot of people that cold message and they get one no and they're like, forget this, I want to quit. So it's all about mindset too. You want to know who you're going to reach out to and be prepared to get what is it that you're going to get if you're going to cold message.
But if you're talking about, if you're talking about people that you haven't spoken to in a while, so what we say is start, like, the first people that you're gonna get are the people that you talk to all the time. That is not gonna be weird, you know, your family, your super close friends, whatever that is, your coworkers, if you have coworkers that are really close. And those people, it doesn't have to be weird because you're talking to them all the time about anything. Like, oh, I went to this supermarket yesterday, or I went to this restaurant, whatever. But then your warm market, that's people that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while. Start building relationships. Start, like, if you follow them on Instagram, start liking their stuff, comment on their stories, and start building a relationship. So that way they can start watching what you're doing, what you're posting about the business or the products. And then after you have built that relationship again, then you can say something about the business if they haven't asked. But don't be like, oh, I haven't spoken to you in 6 months, how are you? Then bam, this is my business, or these are my products. But because that's when people say, like, you know, like, oh, this is awkward, I haven't spoken to you in so long, and now you're only texting me about this. So make it a point that, you know, text them about something else, and then after a little bit, then you can bring this up, because they're gonna ask you, like, what have you been up to? and you can be honest and be like, well, I'm super excited, I joined this company or whatever. And it doesn't have to be that you're selling it to them, but you're letting them know. And then later on you can maybe say like, well, if you want to try the products, or maybe you'll be like perfect for the business.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone for your time. Have a good night and see you when I see you. Bye.